Hello and welcome. Today I thought I'd go through benefits of having an allotment. Let's get started. One great thing about having an allotment is you get to grow your own food. You get a ton of organic, locally grown food that you can feed your family. This means that you're not running down the grocery store or to the farmer's market to buy it all. So it's probably no shock to you that I love growing my own food. This has become my life. I really enjoy it. I come down here at least 2-3 times a week, and then I spend most of the weekend on a Saturday down here and preparing my food on a Sunday. This does save you money if you're smart about it. Remember, you can save seeds, you can seed swap, you can grow things you actually eat and concentrate on those high value items. I started off with a plant pot in my flat, and then I moved on when I moved into a small garden and expanded from there. Don't bite off more than you can chew because it can feel very overwhelming. And you can start doing this in like pots, in a little garden bed outside the front, or even like a little bed out the back, a little pot on your balcony. Any of this is really possible and really easy to do, but it is trial and error. So it's about getting all of the things already started and then getting some sort of harvest to start off. If you don't know, but just picking up a book, watching a YouTube video, if you're watching this, you're obviously very interested in it, which is awesome. Now, I didn't start off with all of this space. I started off small. I started off a single pot in my flat, and it was a cherry tomato plant. I ended up snapping it in half and killing it, but it was a start. I then expanded when I moved house into my lovely house that I've got now. I got myself a little veggie patch. That little veggie patch was not very big. You've seen it. It's quite large if you've got a small garden, but not particularly massive. The next year I expanded my front garden. Little by little I started getting a lot of food from a very small space. So I had my name down for an allotment for 2 years before I got this allotment. Luck had it that the next one beside me nobody wanted, and there was no waiting list. So I said to them, let me have it. So I did, and I ended up with 2 allotments. Craziness. 2 allotments means that you have a crazy amount of space and a crazy amount of food that you can grow. This is really good because when it comes to like now, there's been lots and lots of stuff that I've been able to grow for me and my family. Obviously organic and all full of nutrients. I've even been able to grow some of my own meat, which is amazing. Nobody said it has to be perfect, and goodness knows my allotment is not perfect, but it does have to be working. So even if you've got a few minutes, you could even share a plot with someone. It is doable, and it does bring down the costs that we're all struggling with right now. Now, it doesn't have to be expensive either. There's lots of ways that we can actually offset the price of our allotments by saving seeds, by growing things that we actually eat. Okay, there's no point of growing like for example pears. I hate pears. Am I growing pears? Actually I am. Don't listen to me. No, because my daughter will eat pears and my partner will eat pears. I hate pears, but they'll eat pears. So I'm actually saving money. I'm looking at what I need. Soft fruit's super expensive, so I'm growing lots of it. And it's really easy turnaround for that. Apples. I love pink lady apples, so that's what we're growing. It's important to grow what you love. I'm also getting into growing things like medicinals, which would cost me tons of money if I actually bought them. Things like teas and yarrow, for example, to stop bleeding. Really important, but I can grow them myself. Herbs are so expensive at the supermarket. Why not grow your own? You can do that in pots on the shelf. Tomatoes is probably the biggest thing that we grow, and we eat tons of them every year, and it's so important for us to have our own canned tomatoes. Well, like canning, it's very easy if you put your mind to it, but it's whether you want to put your time to it. But if you do, all you have to do is put your name down to your local allotment, and everyone's super welcoming. I've just bumped into 2 people down the allotment, a very nice gentleman, and I was talking to them, and they are new to the allotment, and I always stop and say hello and see what they want, if they need anything, how much experience they've got, if they need any tips or tricks, or just want someone to moan to. It's always nice saying hi. So if you do have someone that's new down your allotment, make sure you do say hi and you're very friendly, because it is very intimidating sometimes, especially when you have no gardening experience and you're not in the same sort of age category or etc. that people down here are. So most people are super friendly, which is really nice. But yes, having an allotment is a lot of fun. Also, allotments are great ways to spend time, and it's a lovely way to get a little bit of exercise. Now, I tell you, I could not run a marathon, but I could do gardening for hours, and it does help me with my fitness level. It also helps with social levels, and it helps you get out the house, which helps in your mental health. Especially with COVID, staying indoors, it does get to us all, and being outside with nature really helps with that. You're huge, aren't you? Next, happy gardening, and if you haven't already, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.